Welcome to What's Beyond, where we explore how technology reshapes the world. I'm Ashwini.
And I'm Ajay. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. Let's look at these artworks. Which one is the real Mona Lisa? What about this one?
This one's a little tricky. Today, we'll discuss how artificial intelligence influences the art world.
With this technology comes excitement, as well as concerns about ownership, ethics, legality, and the future of art. AI is a simulation of human intelligence, programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions.
When a person types a prompt, the AI generator will use the patterns it learned and trained from existing data, including proprietary artwork. The question is, who owns AI-generated art?
That's a big question. The Congressional Research Service from 2025 says copyrighted work must be made by a human being.
Well, if a work is created with AI assistance, some parts can be copyrighted. Like the Zarya of the Dawn comic book. The AI-generated images couldn't be copyrighted, but the human-made parts could be.
You know, Disney and Universal have a lawsuit against Midjourney for copyright infringements of characters like WALL-E and Shrek. Employers would think if an AI has the capability to do a certain task, then why hire an employee? An AI system could probably code, create, or design faster than man.
And Screen Actors Guild Association said that AI actress Tilly Norwood uses stolen performances to put actors out of work. Not hiring people means greater profits.
You're right. From producers' perspective, this would decrease a movie's budget.
But would negatively impact an artist's livelihood.
In the 1800s, Joseph Nicephore Niepce created the camera, and many thought it was the antithesis of an artist. Soon, other forms of art like photography and filmmaking became a reality. Now, with a click of a few keys, anyone can be an artist.
But human-made art has something that AI can't ever replicate: soul. Shakespeare's use of iambic pentameter was used to mimic the rhythm of a heartbeat, and such techniques make human-made art much more relatable.
In fact, a Columbia study found that people between the ages 20 and 60% of the time, majority felt that the human-made art was better. However, reactions to AI art from artists and art collectors are kind of mixed.
At the 2018 Christie's New York auction, the AI-generated portrait of Edmond de Bellamy was sold for over $400,000. Some thought this was monumental, while critics said it was derivative, unoriginal, and lacking genuine creative struggle.
On a positive note, the machine learning and computer vision components of AI can be used to help with the preservation of human-made art by digitally restoring it.
But artists are concerned that these AI-programmed databases are trained with the artist's work without their consent. An artist on X said that she was heartbroken to see that the skill and time it took to develop her art style could be essentially plagiarized.
Which brings us to an ethical concern: lack of consent.
There has been some work done to create legislation to credit artists. However, AI is evolving faster than we can address these changes.
Sora and Dolly can create AI-generated video clips, which raise concerns about credibility.
As with any technology, artificial intelligence has its positives and negatives. It can provide inspiration and make art more accessible for everyone.
But raises the question about copyrights, ingenuity, and the value of art itself.
Which brings us to our final thoughts. What's beyond?
Well, AI shouldn't necessarily be feared. It's a collaborative tool. With the rapid evolution of AI, we should address the concerns.
Also, companies will use more AI for virtual reality technologies to enhance immersive experiences. And according to Forbes, companies will initiate an AI-based workflow and anybody can become a creator. But how do we preserve the sanctity of human artistry? I don't think anyone knows for sure.
Some people have an affinity for antique items. Maybe there will be a new genre in art, AI-free art, to preserve pure human creativity.
We need to develop guidelines with the help of all parties involved in the profession of artistry and create mandates that state how much of art is AI and how much is human-made, like a Monroney car label, which states the percentage of parts and where they're from.
Just like the positive artistic evolution that followed the invention of the camera, over time we can hope that AI will lead to greater things in art. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time on What's Beyond?